So they'll be calling you a radical. So the truth about Fukushima, the truth about coronavirus, it's not your pseudo-de-facto sociology, it's your theology. We're going to see American manufactured Jesus. You're going to hell, the freaking vast majority. Our public army, our private army, we try. So let's talk this connection, what I think, between Fukushima and the crown virus. Why the reports? I talked to my son-in-law in Italy last night. And first off, to everybody in New York, really hang in there, man. I feel for that. A lot of my family lives in New York City. You know, Brooklyn, all over. Whoa. Whoa. So, we're thinking of you, praying for you. So, he says it's being widely reported in Italy that this came out of the lab, the Wuhan lab. Now, we know, and I said, do you know about Charles Lieber? No. Oh, they do now. And I'm like, look, is that a coincidence? Now, Charles Lieber is associated with here in Utah in the academia circle because of Alan Woolley, who covered for him, yay, BYU lab, you know, the Weber lab, blah, 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 blah. Why was he arrested? Just a few months ago, $1 million bond. Is that just coincidence? Well, so my theories are pretty strong. You know, plutonium. This energy that's coming out, I can't believe everybody just quantum leaps over the Fukushima meltdowns pouring in the ocean. And it's widely reported now, what Kevin Blanch told you took them 3,000. You know, today, I believe, is today day 3,300? Where's your 33rd soup can? Kevin Blanch, the 33rd soup can. What's he talking about? This is for the big kids. So, before I forget, the market, sell the rally, get out. This ain't going away. Oh, yay, America, make America afraid again. America, America. Oh, God. I mean, we're just going to support Trump. Our Lord, what, support this freak? I mean, what does that got to do with anything? He has nothing to do with any of this. If anything, he's a zero burger. He's a nothing burger, as we call it. That's what he is. The guy's just a babbling buffoon. He's not a leader. None of these, I mean, who's showed real leadership skills through this? I see shit showed leadership skills through this. Behind the curve, I'm Balco, on chemo. These things they come out and say after the fact, welcome to reactionary America. You know, oh, son of Cassandra, he was sure out front. I mean, look back at the videos. I said, play back the tape, you know. I'm going to listen to this guy because we can't follow along because we need to be spoon-fed real slow like Operation Foxconn News, who had you. So back to the lab. What I believe, this energy pouring into Fukushima, look, this is I know more about it than you think I do. Lots more about it than, you know, I have lots of stuff sent to me, blah, 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 blah. Why do you think they've gone after me so hard? So Fukushima happens. Tide pools next year immediately completely die in an acute fashion. Our anchovy sardines completely it's not this. We don't count dead human beings at bone marrow. Well, I do. I was almost one of HIPAA laws. We don't count dead tide pools. Oh, Kevin Blanch says dead tide pool jumping. Bob Beeman Blanch cancel the 2020 games. That's how life works. I always remember Mike Tyson. He says, I never did that to that girl. Never did that. You know, went to prison, but I sure did a lot of bad things that I went. Karma catches up. You know, and so the closing of the Olympics, it's not Fukushima. Oh, yes, it is. Let me grab this real quick. This is important, I think. If I can dig it out. God, stay tuned. I can do it. I can do this. This is a, you know, remember where I had some of my Fukushima contests? This is an important sign. Oh, I like this one a lot. But I have, you know, so much good stuff that people and artists and activists have sent me along the ways. Ha 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 ha! That's a cliche. Mutations from something we don't know. That's a cliche. Okay, tell that to this guy. Where'd he go? Where'd Albert go? Einstein. He fell down. There he is. Tell that to that guy. He was right about all this. So, this has never happened in the history. It didn't happen at Chernobyl, didn't happen at Mayak, didn't happen at any 3 Mile Island, didn't have any of these cover-up nuclear. Look, they started covering up the nuclear energy crime syndicate, started running the world, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I mean, you still haven't seen the art from them. So the same clan who ran the world in Europe who caused World War I, World War II, European history, playing out. These are all their kids and their grandkids. Bill Eugene Gates, freaking Jeff Bezos and his grandfather, the nuclear physicist, all of them, you know. He said they were madmen. Einstein said they were monsters, madmen. He called them that. He said it was the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, guy invented it. You know, Andrei Sakharov said the same thing. Oppenheimer said the same thing. You know, this was inevitable. So these meltdowns happen. This never happened. Lake Barrett, who I know personally, to Leslie Stahl, on 60 Minutes, day 3,112, I think, somewhere around there. What is this? Don't know. Never happened. This is like fixing this is like going to the moon. Bigger than that. So this is going to the moon. Bigger than that. Where's it at? In the Pacific Ocean. So this energy goes in the Pacific Ocean. You're telling me three full blown up meltdowns, not to count all the spent fuelfuls that blown up, or they're going to dump the water. They've been dumping water between 130 tons of water and 310 tons of water a day, every day. What, they think they capture that tanks? You'd have to have, you know, the island of Japan times 10 to put that many tanks. It just goes into the ocean. Ocean currents, swim. So the salmon, they collapse. We have 37 salmon in the Columbia right now. Salmon go to sea for 5 years. That's my work. I think the most important piece of my work that people quantum leap over, of course, my tide pool work, you know, is my salmon work. I mean, I track these things like a wolf. All salmon come home. All salmon, they don't live in the river. Hello, they live in the Pacific Ocean. On cue. The steelhead started to collapse 2012. They go to sea to 1-2 years, but the Chinook salmon, the hallowed creature, 5 years. Record returns in 2015. Look it up. Record returns, 1.4 million on the Columbia River. We track them all. By the way, my friend just caught one up. He's fishing every day, all day, on the mouth. Him and his dad. Every day, 12 hours a day. They finally caught one fish yesterday. You should see it. Little scrawny 5-pounder. Sickly. This is a salmon that's been in the ocean for 5 years. The clock goes off. Time to come home. They should be. Where's that picture? Where's my... I don't know. I got lots of salmon stuff here. I got it out for this video. But anyway, they should be great big 20, 30, 40 pounders. And, I don't know what's that. But anyway, so my theory is this. My hypothesis, and I think it's pretty accurate. They collapsed. The ocean, the salmon started to collapse on cue in 2016. You know, Kevin Blanch, the scientist, I set my number in 2016 at 680,000. ODFW, WFW, NOAA all set theirs at 1.7 million. I was within 3,000 fish. Right on. We track every salmon. We use sonar. We count them all. Army Corps engineers are still live cam down. They classified me. This is a fact. Kevin Blanch got classified. That's an unarguable fact. They hired teams of trolls to attack a guy under critical condition. The government did. Google went along with it. Everybody, that's an unarguable fact. Felonies they committed against Kevin Blanch, my own government. That's just unarguable. You can go off all you want about it, but that's just an unarguable fact. So, in 2017, my numbers all at once is luck. I set my number, they set theirs at 2.3 million. I set my number at 480,000. Came in at 488,000. I'm within a few thousand. Once is luck, twice is skill. Third year, I set mine at 333,000. They set theirs at 2.3 to 2.7 million, based on escapement. What's escapement? That's little fish that make it out. Came in at 336,000. Kevin Blanch with it. How's that possible? Once is luck, twice is skill, three is recorded history. Third year, I set mine at 220,000. They started to lower theirs, walk theirs back 900,000. They stop all gill netting. They completely attack it. 220. I'm right on again because you bump it 50% because the gill nets don't lie. Now, by the way, gill netting stopped this year again. They reopened gill netting to extinct the last fish, but it stopped because they can't sell any fish because the restaurants are closed. Again, karma, that's how it works. The 2020 games will cancel. Oh, not Fukushima? Oh, yeah. This is Fukushima. So the lab, the salmon collapse, it's unarguable that the Pacific Ocean, my point is that it collapsed post-Fukushima. It's unarguable, right? Unarguable. I proved that. I proved that. One guy, the marine biologist in the high desert of Utah, full of cancer. I mean, unarguable proof. Historic low tides. Best tide pools up and down the coast. I mean, you know how much work I put into that? You don't have no clue. You have no clue what that takes. That's almost impossible. I mean, the world record holder, Bob Beeman Blanch. So, that tide pool jumping, 2020 games, 2021 games now. So, kind of icky. Oh, we can't follow along. Well, this isn't for the sheep. You go watch Fox News and have social media. Get your guns, your gold, your gods, and your life ended a long time ago when you bought into there. When they bought up the baseball contract to not show baseball. Welcome to America. They changed it from the United States to America. They dummied down this country. This isn't for those people. This is for our post-ignorance army, who the very few that are actually going to do something about it. Thank you for all the support. My work's still going on. I mean, I deal with a lot of people on a daily basis. So the energy is flowing into the Pacific Ocean off this. We don't know what it is. It's mutating things. It's changing things. My theory, the Liber Lab, these other different organizations, because I know for a fact that there's a big organization scientifically that are trying to figure this out. And I know for a fact that they retooled in 2015. I was in front of the White House when TIPCO was called in, Obama cover-up, and the handoff to, where's my football? The handoff from Obama to Trump. Why do you think Abe, the Japanese PM, was the first guy at the Trump Towers after the election? I was there. I was there that night. I took the bus from D.C. I was there. I've been there the whole time. Play back the tape. So then at Mar-a-Lago, 2 days. This is all the cover-up. Him and Trump have been together 18 times. For a Japanese PM to meet with the U.S. president once is historic. Why would they go to the MIT Media Lab? Why would they go to Harvard? Now, stay with me. Abe went to Harvard the first trip here. To Harvard. So here's my theory. The Liber Lab over there, he's arrested for not disclosing his ties to China in the Wuhan lab where this came from. Right there. A mutated fish. My theory, which I've always said Fukushima, this energy is created new and they're scared to death of it now because they let it go too long because Obama did not entomb it. USS Reagan went in, 29 ships to entomb. They delay the case. I'm the guy on all that. I mean, Google it. You're going to get me because I'm up to here with it. So, with the truth. You're up to here with social engineered lies. So, they have gotten a hold of this energy. They're messing around with this energy from Fukushima in the ocean into fish. They know it. They know it. They're like, this is new. This is new. It got loose. That's what I believe this coronavirus is. I do not believe the coronavirus. Where's your crown? Which just means crown in, it's Spanish. Well, where do you think the Spanish got that word? It's Latin. My Uncle Argyle taught me. It's your pseudo-de facto theology, pseudo-facto sociology. It's your pseudo-facto, no, it's the biology. Somebody says, you went from nuclear biology. Hello. Are people that stupid? They don't realize this is the same thing. Oh, little invisible germs? Fine. What are you, from Vienna? You Semmelweis? So you're afraid of little invisible germs. Hunker down the whole country. But you're not afraid from little invisible freaking radiation or Fukushima, which we don't even know what it is. Who are you, Madame Curie? They didn't understand it then. Madame Curie was a denier, wasn't she? Wasn't she? So we have to live a whole country of Madame Curie. So you can't understand that there's something new? Oh, it's new. And it got loose. That's why they're so afraid. There's no doubt in my mind. And I named it, you can't come up with a new one. Kevin Blanch, just some guy. Probably the most important scientist in freaking, since him, Einstein, Kevin Blanch. Metal-Bron on Balco, fractal physics on chemo, freaking, quantum physics. This is a whole another world because it never happened. Oh, plutonium, that's new, right? Plutonium's new. Hulk, that's how they make it's not Spider-Man, it's not the Hulk. How about Californium? It's plutonium. I've proven it. How can you track an energy you don't know what the hell it is? Oh, they know what it is. And it got loose. And it's causing mutation. That's what this did. We know that. Einstein said this. If this got loose, it would change the world. It would change the biosphere. And it would take 50 generations to cope with it. This ain't going away. And that's what it is, So if we find out, and I think it's going to find out, and I think it's going to be like the Italians and those, they're going to dig this out. Hey, this is, fallout, Fukushima fallout that they were messing around with, trying to quantify, try to figure out this to counter this, Fukushima, fish market, wet market, whatever, in China. And they're messing around. They knew, and it got loose. Could cause World War III, which, look, Chernobyl took down the USSR, didn't it? And you could just say, hey, America, we're America, dump more money, go further in debt. No. Fukushima ended this country. The empire's over. Just like, do you think USSR, back, do you think they just declined like that? By the way, I got a cheerleader over here because we're quarantined. I got one of the grandchildren quarantined because he's been a little bit sick, so I quarantined him. So playing a lot of baseball. doing a lot of work, you know, born just a few days after the meltdowns. What irony, you know? All these are ironies. Kobe, you know, Kobe's death is a big deal. We were looking at the star. Have you been outside? You know, we live in the boondocks, so you look outside, you should see Jupiter right now. It's red. You know what the Japanese believe. You know, they don't believe it's just like Kobe means what? Great. It's the oldest word there is in Japanese culture. Why do you think they call this Kobe? COVID means Kobe. Did you know that COVID means Kobe? 19. You know, as I call myself, Commoner 19. Tony Gwynn got sick the same time I had. Back baseball metaphors, mirrors culture. Tony Gwynn wore 19. I knew him. Born the same day as me. Got cancer the same time as me. Oh, he died. He wore 19, didn't he? 19. So, COVID-19. COVID means Kobe. Kobe means Japanese ancient word for great. Oh, they named it great. All right. It's Fukushima. I'm telling you, it's a whole new world. New energy. Not my words. That was his words. Albert. Time. So, snowed here a little yesterday. You know, baseball and spring training's going on. I got spring training going on here. I call it Kevin Blanch's grandchild boot camp. You know, so I'm doing my part. I'm doing the best that I can do. And, you know, I'm dealing with a lot of people that don't think I'm at it hard. You know, I'm doing my part. Everybody is. Hang in there in New York. We're praying for you. We're thinking about you. We'll get by. You know, this is a community. The government's not going to save you. You know, the government's just going to, like it has. So, plutonium. And if we find out these monsters let this loose, which I think they did. I think they know. It's Fukushima. I'm here to tell you. Plutonium skies, a country of lies. Plutonium skies, plutonium fires. Plutonium fires rage across. Do you think that's all coincidence? All the pine trees all over the western United States have died, including mine. Dogs dying, whatever. Add some radio Roundup from Monsanto, the gassers, the imperialists. Mix it together. Radio Roundup, some cruise ships coming back across. Your Chinese slave-made goods. Get your Amazon delivered to your house. Yay, go team, your bad GMO food. Mix it all together. You get plutonium. Change the biosphere. You know, it's not that, you think that's all crazy. That, you know, you think that plutonium was crazy when they first started dying? Who are you? A country of Madame Curies? Oh, it's new. It's a whole new world out there. You've got to get strong. Spiritually, mentally, physically. We stand strong. You know, we will survive. We will get by. You know, the rent is in the rears. The dog has not been fed in years. The kid cannot read at 17. Oh, no. That's not us. You know, that's them. You can be a denier, or you can be Madame Curie. Oh, I don't want to be Pierre. We know what happened to him. They threw him under and got his head around. Or, you know, the Post-Ignorance Army. The Post-Ignorance Project, which I invented, is asymmetric opposite of the Manhattan Project. They turned on the faucet, money, and these madmen, and they never turned it off. I'm going to turn it off. A little help from my friends. Stand tuned. The Post-Ignorance Project. We'll get by with a little help from our friends. Thank you for everybody's support of this historic work. The fight's just getting going. Stand tuned.